Good morning, everyone. Um, so this morning I was listening to one of my readers, which I really like because um, he makes he makes comments like, "I'm not being mean. I'm just trying to explain this," and he's very careful about his words, which is super cool. And he captures himself in in different situations. And well, he was mentioning about uh, when when a person is young, and I felt it was related to me that emotions was considered a weakness, especially sickness. Because I remember, in my past videos, I talked about that. Helped my dad on a job once, and there was this big board. It was great. I was young at that time, and I went to try to put it in this big dumpster. I'm this kid, and there's this huge dumpster, and I'm trying to get it in there. So I walked away, and it came back and stabbed me in my back. And my dad saw it and came down. So I was trying to get it out of my back, right? Um, and I didn't scream or anything. I was just trying to figure out how to get it out. It was a big deal. And so my dad came and pulled it out of my back. But it didn't puncture all the way in deep, thank God, because I didn't realize until later in life those are my lungs back there. But my dad said, "You're fine. Long ways from your heart." Not even thinking twice that it may have punctured my lungs, you know. So thank you, God, for being there for me that day. To me, I feel it's a miracle. But the reason why I want to talk about this is yesterday I was on a run and I accepted a pickup. And then the person goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to change my address." And I asked him what his address was, and then I wrote it down. And he was translating too. And so um, I picked up the order, and then there's these other orders coming at the same place where I am. So I went ahead and picked them all up. I was right there anyway. But I learned something. So what happened was, um, in the beginning, I thought about counseling it, and then he could fix it. And then I decided not to. But so I delivered to him. I finally got to him, and I delivered it. And then they wouldn't release me from the address. I did contact support. I did tell them that I have the new address. If you could deliver it, go ahead and deliver it. I wasn't talking to a human being. I was talking to a robot, and it couldn't comprehend. So I got the order delivered. I took the picture with the guy because I couldn't get it on the phone. It wouldn't release me. So I drove to the address, was only a couple blocks away from where he was, and it still wouldn't release me. I couldn't believe it. So when it times out is when you take the picture and then it releases you. But that's 15 minutes away. And I got 2 meals in the car, and I'm flipping out. I felt like I should have canceled it. I got these meals in the back, and I'm worried about spoiling. I'm worried about, them getting sick, the next two people. And but I have them in a place in the back, so it will stay warm, right? To a point because you can only do so much. So I delivered my second, and then I got to the last one, and she was very upset. She goes, "My break's already over. I can't eat food." And she put it in the front of the car. But before she did that, I explained to her that um, after my daughter told me, so when she sent me the ticket and I accepted it, pick up that order that had the wrong address, um, they're charged full price. So they lose everything. The driver already went there. For me, what I'm thinking about, how many times have I forgotten to change my address? How many times I felt that disappointment? Um, and that's why I delivered it. And I explained to her that I didn't cancel the order because I had. It might have been his last meal for that day. The students only have X amount of money per day. So as a student myself, I'm aware. And so I gave her the reason. I let her know, and then that they wouldn't release it, and that I didn't cancel it because I know what it's like to be hungry, and I also know what it's like not to get something that you need and not to spend his last dollar for that day. And I wasn't willing to drop that. Wasn't. She didn't understand. She was so upset. But most people who get food service usually don't take their breaks until they know that we're on our way. And I usually send messages to let them know. Sorry, I got held up. I'm sorry, but I'm on my way. Or they sent me on another run before I brought you your food. And I don't like that either because I have food in the car. They tell us we're on a time crunch. And then they send us all these videos about keeping the food properly handled and things like that. But you're sending me to go do a grocery shop and I got a food order I need to pick up that's been sitting there for 15 minutes. That's not right. We need to figure out what are we doing here? Um, I was when I was 21 years old. Suzanne is the woman who put her children in those car seats and put them in that lake. During that time, I had a lot of people hate me because I knew she did it. So more kidnapped and anything. I was fired on the job. I was released. Um, like, oh, we can't have you around here if you're thinking like that. Because it was like not heard of. And then I was at my dad's house in his new house. He he, he had developed an area, and it was off of the river. And my dad told me, you just have to keep moving. It is what it is. It's the world. And I couldn't accept that. I just didn't. Even my own mother was shocked when it turned out I was right. Um, it was just something about it. I don't know. It's too much. But I was taught just to keep moving. And I kept moving already. But all those things that I experienced and felt, I carried the fear in my heart. And I put myself in other people's fear. Only in the places I've been there. Because I know what it feels like. And there was one more thing too, that reminded me. When I do grocery shopping and I can't find the item, and then I find it after I canceled it, I will purchase that item and put it in their bag and tell them that's on because it was my mistake. And I do that because I know what it's like when you're craving something and you don't get what you order. That's why I don't know what you all know. Kindness goes a long way. And what you do does matter. And it makes a difference in the world. I have goosebumps. I have coloring. Is there anything else you guys want me to bring up? There is, I'll make another video later. God bless.